most recent addition to the New York Jets, Tariq Cohen. The Jets add Tariq Cohen. Jeremy hasn't really played in the league since 2020. He played 3 games that year. Has missed a ton of time due to injury. Really unfortunate. So he tears his ACL 3 games into 2020. Misses the remainder of that season, all 2021, and then popped his Achilles trying to make a comeback in 2022. So I feel for the guy, but it's been a very long time since he was on the football field.
Yeah, look, I think it's interesting. I think that they're being very strategic in this new kickoff rule, and they're trying to measure what kind of athlete would be suitable for this style of kickoff, right? And this new scheme that every team's gonna have to come up with. So it's natural you'd have some curiosity, and I think you said it early before we were on air. It would be a great story, but that's what it is. It's just this long shot. It would be a great story.
That's how I feel right now. But Dakota says that Tariq Cohen is going to get 100+ returns for the Jets this year. Are you buying that stock? I set the over under at 99.5 returns for Tariq Cohen, are you taking the over or the under on this one, Jeremy?
Well, I think it's obviously I'm taking the under because I think there's maybe a 10% chance he makes the team, and maybe I'm being generous.
It's going to be a challenge, right? Like, yes, we remember in 2018, there's no denying he was an all-pro. He was an all-pro returner that year. I have the numbers here, so I might as well share the screen. Let's do that. I'll share the screen with you because, again, fantastic season. He had 411 punt return yards, which led the NFL that year. He also had, the year before he was doing kick returns. He had a punt return touchdown the year prior, but 3 straight years, really good returner. But unfortunately, again, injuries played a major factor in it. And I don't know what he's going to be. Yeah, again, 4 years removed now from the last time that we really saw him on an NFL field.
He would have to be so explosive and so impactful because after I think his rookie year, there was some excitement to him as a running back, and then he just wasn't a running back. I mean, he's not really a functional running back that you want to ever have to use in a game in that position. I mean, he is only has valuable potentially as a kickoff returner if he can return anything near that form. Remember, if you're even a little bit off when you're relying on speed and cut ability, we've seen just a little bit off in the impact it's had on careers of great players who have tried to come back and have never been able to do it. I've seen guys try to come back after 1 year, and it wasn't even an injury. There was one such guy we paid. His name was Le'Veon Bell, and he was awful. How many times I've been watching for over 40 years, and I'm trying to think of a story of how many guys have returned, forget 1 year, from even 2 years of not being in the NFL to coming back to the NFL and having any success. And the only player I could think of on the top of my mind is Michael Vick, and that was not due to injury. It was due to him being in prison.
That's a good example. Sorry, it was very blunt how you said it, and that was for being in prison. Dion, would you count Dion with the Ravens in 04 and 05, or was he pretty much done by then?
I mean, was he an impact player? Did he move the needle, or was it just a name at that point?
Yeah, more so just the name, I would say.
I mean, yeah, Darrelle Revis, who had the injury, tried to come back and play for Kansas City and was an invisible man that no one spoke about. He came at the end of the season to help him for a playoff run and then disappeared the next year. I mean, usually when players are out of the league for injury and try to come back, without a team, it just doesn't, even if they make it, it doesn't have longevity and it doesn't have impact, except for maybe we're missing something and there might be, an example out there. And I'm not saying it's impossible for Tariq Cohen. I'm saying we have to be realistic. It's a long shot. He's fighting for a roster spot. And we're already going to talk about he's going to get 100 kickoff returns. I mean, it's 2 different conversations. Let him make the team first.
What's up, guys? Matt O'Leary from Talkin' Jets. If you liked that video, please make sure to subscribe and follow for more New York Jets content.